Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're joining for the very first time, my name is Fajira. I'm happy to have you in my beautiful family. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can make this delicious okra soup. So stay tuned, let's dive into it. So in preparation of the soup, I've got two different meats, which is beef and abodi. So I'm just marinating the meat so I can steam it for me to use for this soup. So everything seasoning I'm using for the beef is the same seasoning I'm also going to use for the abodi. Abodi is a part of the stomach. I don't know how to explain, but I know that it's a particular part of the stomach that is really delicious when you eat it in your soup or stew. So I'm just adding seasoning cubes to it now. So it's the same, every seasoning, like I said, I'm using for the beef is the same I'm going to use for the abodi. Then I'm going to add my pepper and I will cover them and allow them to steam until they are properly cooked and soft. So I also got okra. The okra I got, I'm going to use it in two different ways because I'm going to be blending some and also I'm going to just cut some. So just watch and see what I will be doing. So I'm using this quantity for this okra soup. So this one I'm cutting now is the one I'm going to use towards the end of the soup so I can still chew it, and I like to be crunchy inside. So I've just finished cutting it. Then I am also going to cut this one in bigger sizes because I will definitely blend them. I'm doing this because I'm not using ogbono to thicken the okra. I'm only going to use this same okra. So I'm going to cut this and put them in my blender and blend them so it will enable the okra to draw. Like you all know that the okra we have here is not the type that actually draws, and if you want your okra to draw you have to use ogbono. But in this particular video I'm not using ogbono, I'm still using some okra that will make it draw. So I'm going to add some clean water to it, then blend it before using it. So I'm just going to cover it and blend it until it is properly blended. So just to go back to our meat, you can see that our meat is steamed. Like I just feel like eating this meat without even using it to cook the soup. Yeah, so that's the abodi. Abodi is very delicious and I love it in my soup. So that's the spinach I'm also going to use for this okra soup. So here is our meat. They are put together and they are properly cooked now. So I've just put a clean pot on the heat. I'm adding my oil. So I'm going to allow the oil to heat up and bleach a bit before adding my onion. Yeah, so I'm adding my onion now and I'm going to fry for at least 1 minute. Then I'm going to add the stock and the meat. I'm using the stock and the meat so I won't have to add so much water to it. Then I will stir it and allow it to cook for a little while. So I've got my stock fish as well, which I've just added to it. As you can see, I'm not really using so much stock fish. I'll continue to stir. Then I have my dry fish. This dry fish, I did it myself. I think in the future I'm going to show you how I dry it because I'm tired of buying dry fish. It's very expensive. So what I do now, I just buy fresh fish and I dry them myself. So I'm going to add some fresh pepper, which is Scotch bonnet, to it, and I have a spoon of crayfish, which I'm just added to it. Then 3 seasoning cubes, depending on the quantity you want. I'm using 3 seasoning cubes for this particular soup. Then Then I'm going to add my salt. Then I'm going to stir. So I have a kettle of boiled water I'm going to add to it, because I know this quantity of water will not be enough. So that's a kettle of boiled water. I'm just going to add it to the quantity I want. You can use cold water. It's not like it's mandatory that you must use boiled water. So at this point, I'm going to cover it and let it cook, let everything marry themselves. Then I'll come back to it and have a quick look. Wow, look at it. It's cooking very well. Yeah, it's actually cooking well. So I'm now ready to add the other ingredients to it. So I'm now ready to add the blended okra I showed you. Yeah, that's it. So like I said, that this is going to serve as a thickener. Instead of using ogbono, I am using okra to thicken the okra soup. My previous video I did was I used ogbono, but this is just to show you that you can actually use okra, because some people do not like the taste of ogbono in combination with okra. So this is to show you that you can actually use that same okra as a thickener, which is what I've just done in this video. As you can see, and you can see that it's already drawing. I won't say it's really drawing that super, but compared to just using your okra like that without blending it, this really makes a difference. So I got my other okra, which I'm going to add to it. Yeah, and I wouldn't want it to cook that much, because I don't want it to be too cooked. I want it to be crunchy, like when I'm eating my okra I should be able to be chewing it than just putting it in my mouth and everything gets melt. So I have just added it to it. In a few minutes I'm going to turn off the heat. So you can see that this okra is actually drawing. Like I said, you can use ogbono, but some people do not like ogbono with okra. So that's why I did this video, to show you that you can actually use sea okra to thicken okra. So I'm adding my spinach now. So once I add my spinach, I'm just going to turn up the heat. So just bearing in mind that there is no restriction to what vegetable you can use. You can actually use your green, you can use ugu, which is punky. It doesn't really matter like what vegetable you want to use, but I'm using spinach because I love spinach in my okra. So I think the spinach I added initially was not enough, and I've just added a little more to it. We've actually come to the end of this okra soup, and you can see that it really looks yummy, delicious, inviting, and I just can't wait to eat it. My pando is already set for me to swallow with this delicious okra soup. Trust me, try this pattern or this method I've just showed you and you won't regret it. You wouldn't want to use ogbono to thicken your okra again once you start doing this. So if you have enjoyed this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell for more videos like this. And as you can see, my pando is ready. So let me quickly go and eat. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.